Perimenopause. Even the word sounds like a medical chart, but living it, girl, it's like puberty 2.0. Only now you've got a mortgage, deadlines, and a calendar full of real life.
I wish somebody told me what was headed in my way. I think I could have dealt with it better. Okay, there's a thing that's going to happen to y'all. In your late 30s, early 40s, it can start then. And it comes in the middle of the night, like a ghost. And it's called perimenopause. And nobody talks about it. And they should, because it lasts 10 years.
Those cycles of yours that used to run like clockwork, now suddenly they show up late, or honey, they crash the party entirely twice a month. Hormones ride that roller coaster that you didn't even buy a ticket for. Listen, sometimes I wake up in the morning and I look in the mirror and I think, who hijacked my body while I was sleeping?
Child, why didn't nobody tell us, women over 40, that there were so many perimenopausal symptoms? Hot flashes, night sweats, sleeplessness, low energy, mood swings, mental and physical exhaustion, low sex drive, vaginal dryness, anxiety, occasional bladder leakage, mine ain't occasional, daily stress, joint and muscular comfort, concentration, frozen shoulder. I know they say this is going to be forever. Like, I was listening to Dr. Marie Claire and she said this is just something, look at it, and got dark. You see how it got dark when I started talking? They said that these symptoms, it's a death sentence. You go into perimenopause and then you go into menopause and then you die.
I have been an athlete forever. I built a whole career on discipline and consistency. And even I feel knocked sideways. And it's humbling. Sometimes it's straight up scary. And then there's the mirror. Ooh, child. Now, I've always been strong and lean, but I also went through that long period of time when training and nutrition weren't on point. We talked about that here. But now that I'm back in the groove, my body is different. I mean, it's curvier, it's full, it's softer, and I'll call it my grown woman's bodies. And honestly, listen, I love my curves, okay? But there's still that whisper. Remember how tight everything once was? Remember that 20-something silhouette? And it's tempting to treat the past like the gold standard. I know for moms, that feeling may be even louder. I mean, after childbirth and then perimenopause, and it can feel like gravity is working overtime.
And these boys that are my age, they've already been through this. Honey, they've laid in the bed next to a woman and thought, is that steam coming off of her? Why is she crying because Tanya didn't invite her to the Weight Watchers meeting?
And here's the part that no one prepared us for. We are the first generation talking about this out loud. Our mothers and grandmothers mostly stayed quiet or carrying these changes like some kind of private shame. Society told them to cover up, to disappear. Menopause was something whispered about behind closed doors, as if aging was an embarrassment. Nobody told us that your skin would feel different, that your waistline might thicken no matter how disciplined you are, that you might lose muscle faster than you can build it, or that your mood could swing like it did at 13. Nobody said you're gonna feel like you're going through a second puberty, only this time, honey, you got the world on your shoulders.
Her hormones are just like this, just a nut. Y'all's hormones will be similar to a middle school girl. Do you remember that, Hara? Okay, that's perimenopause. You'll know you're in it when all of a sudden you'll start sweating here and here at night, and you'll wake up and your hair will look like chicken fuzz.
This silence has cost us. Too many of us hit our 40s blindsided, thinking something is wrong with us because the playbook is empty. It's not written for us.
So I recently discovered that I have to go through perimenopause before menopause. I guess I was not properly trained in menopause, so now I gotta go through this whole like apprenticeship program thing. Did somebody turn on the heat?
Yeah, perimenopause starts in your 30s. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise, and it lasts forever. It can last from forever to forever. Forever. Forever, ever. Forever, ever, forever, ever, ever. That's why I call it cougar puberty.
And if we don't speak up now, the next generation will inherit the same silence. And at what point do we, as grown women, say enough? When do we claim the truth that our dignity isn't on the line here, that youth is fleeting and should never be the currency of our worth? The first act of respect is self-respect. And many of us struggle to love ourselves in this new phase. Now, while we're busy pulling back the curtain for the girls coming behind us, let's not forget us, because the work starts at home. If we don't embrace the reality of our own changing bodies, how can we teach anyone else to? Now, this is where we decide to write a different narrative, one that says aging isn't something to hide from, but to live fully inside. And culture isn't making it any easy. We live in a world that flat out worships youth. Pretty privilege is real, but it's on a timer. And at some point, no matter how beautiful you are, the world shifts its attention to the next younger, tighter face. And if you tie your worth to that currency, oh honey, you are setting yourself up for heartbreak. It starts earlier than ever. Have you noticed how 20-year-olds are already lining up for Botox and fillers, slathering on anti-aging creams before they've even seen a wrinkle?
My face is fake, so let's rank every single treatment I've ever had done. Masseter Botox, brow Botox, 7 out of 10. Lip filler, 5 out of 10. Cheek filler, under eye filler. Chin filler. Microneedling, snake peel. That's all I've had done to my face.
Apparently, Gen Z is like aging really rapidly.
Yes, the y'all are. And baby, I ain't got no dogs in this fight, but I just came in here to be a straight up instigator. Cause I'm Gen X, all right? This argument right now, baby, this ain't got nothing to do with me. But we trying to figure that out too. Why y'all ain't aging well?
Social feeds are one endless commercial for serums that promise to freeze time and filters that blur reality. Now, if we feel the squeeze now, what's it gonna look like for these girls 10, 20 years from now? None of us can stop the clock. None of us is meant to look 20 forever, nor should we want to. Chasing that mirage is a recipe for anxiety and disappointment. And that's why it's on us to change the story. We can't just be walking mouthpieces saying love yourself while secretly panicking at each new line. We have to live this out. Truly shifting how we see ourselves is the first revolution. Talk to your daughters, nieces, goddaughters, the young women that you mentor. Tell them what this really feels like. Share the science of hormones and cycles. Tell them beauty isn't market value and every stage of life carries its own design and dignity. Because if we stay silent, their education will come from ads and influencers who profit from fear. We need to hand them a roadmap grounded in reality before the culture hands them a lifelong appointment with a syringe. Okay, now deep breath. Now that we've named the beast, let's talk about moving forward. What do we need to do to step into this next chapter with strength and sanity? How do we care for our bodies and souls in a way that's honest and hopeful? And before we keep unpacking all of this, let me hit the pause just for a second and talk directly to you. Not that I haven't already, but let's go a little bit more. I'm Roxy Beckles, and it's my passion to help women in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond to rewrite their story through a smarter, saner approach to health, fitness, and mindset. So if you're vibing with this conversation, go ahead and take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button. And honey, give this video a thumbs up, okay? And because I know so many of you are ready to take your strength and confidence to that next level, I'm teaming up with my second channel, Redefining Fit Over 40. Now, if you're a woman over 40 looking to get into the best shape of your life, honey, do not miss this channel. The link is down below so that you can subscribe there too. I'm collaborating with it, and I want you both here and there. Now, this video is sponsored by my company, Rockstar Fitness, where I coach women through private, highly customized programs. If you're struggling to get on track, if you know you should be training and eating to support your changing bodies and your hormones, but you feel stuck, listen, I can help you. Right now, I'm taking on new clients for one-on-one coaching. Scan the QR code that you see on your screen or click the link in the description to book a Rockstar Power Hour call. Now, during that session, we'll dig into where you are right now, map out exactly what's keeping you stuck, and then I'll give you a clear, actionable roadmap that you can put in place right away. All right, with that invitation on the table, let's go ahead and dive back in. First, strength training and protein are non-negotiable. Muscle is a woman's best friend as hormones shift. Now, I joke that my barbell is cheaper than Botox and way better for my metabolism, okay? So keep lifting at least 3 times a week and keep protein high to protect lean mass and your bone health. Second, stress and sleep. Perimenopause can crank up cortisol. 7 to 9 hours of good sleep and daily stress relief, whether it's prayer, journaling, a quiet walk, something, those are like gold. Skip them and those stress hormones will undo every squat and salad, girl, okay? Now, third, track your cycle and your symptoms. A simple notebook or app lets you and your doctor see patterns and make smart tweaks, whether that's food choices, supplements, or even just some kind of hormonal medical support. Fourth, keep food balance. Forget those crash diets, okay? Focus on whole foods, fiber, steady blood sugar, stay hydrated. Omega-3s can help with inflammation and those fun hot flashes, okay? And finally, don't go it alone. Build a circle of women in this same season. Swap stories, share hacks, pray together. There's power in knowing you're not the only one riding the hormone roller coaster. But here's the heart of it. This isn't about chasing an old photo of yourself. It's about honoring the body God gave you today. Aging is not a crisis. It's a calling to deeper strength inside and out. You are still wonderfully made. You are still powerful, desirable, and needed. Your influence grows as you age, not the other way around. And when you embrace that truth and live it out, you model to younger women what confidence without vanity looks like. So say yes, keep lifting. Love your body, love your curves. Speak life into your daughters. Refuse to hand your worth to a culture that thinks beauty has an expiration date. Perimenopause isn't the beginning of the end. It's the start of a wiser, richer season. This is our time to rewrite the story with a laugh, a deadlift, and a deep breath. So let's make it powerful, ladies.